Hey everyone, Brian here and welcome to the Deep Dive. We're actually doing something a little different today.
A little different.
Yeah, so this one's especially for the awesome viewers over at Detox Health.
Oh, very cool. Their YouTube channel is awesome, right?
Seriously, so many great recipes, tips for healthy living, all that good stuff.
Definitely, if you haven't checked them out already, listeners, you absolutely should. Link in the show notes, of course.
You know it. But yeah, we're going to be going deep on healthy eating today.
Always a good topic. I love this stuff.
Same here. But we're not just talking about what to eat, but the why.
I like it. Getting into the nitty-gritty.
Exactly. Like how a balanced diet can impact, well, pretty much your whole life.
It really does. It's pretty amazing.
And we're going global for this one, pulling in insights from the American Heart Association.
Love them.
Yeah, United Healthcare, and even the British Nutrition Foundation.
Ooh, a worldwide perspective.
You got it. So first things first, what does a healthy diet even look like?
Right, got to start with the basics.
For sure. And I mean, yeah, we've all heard it before, right? Veggies, fruits, lean proteins, whole grains.
The classics.
But the AHA kind of takes it a step further. They really emphasize choosing lean meats.
Yeah, making sure they're unprocessed, too.
Yep, exactly. And getting those healthy fats from nuts and fish.
Oh, and don't forget the fiber. Gotta love those whole grains.
Absolutely. But it's not just about what you add to your plate.
Oh, you mean what you don't add?
Yeah. The AHA really highlights those sneaky culprits. Add sugars, sodium, all that.
Ugh. Yeah, they're everywhere, hiding in all those processed foods.
It's so true. It's easy to miss them when you're just grabbing something quick.
Right. And they even suggest swapping full-fat dairy for lower-fat options.
To cut back on the saturated fat.
Yep, exactly.
Hmm.
Now, if you want a really visual guide to building that perfect plate, check out the UK's Eat Well guide.
I've heard of that. Isn't it kind of like a pie chart for your meal?
Yeah, it's really cool. It shows you exactly how much of each food group you should be aiming for.
Makes it super easy to see how much space those veggies should be taking up.
Seriously, we could all use a little reminder sometimes.
Speaking of visuals, Detox Health's YouTube channel has got tons of amazing recipes that really showcase those healthy ingredients.
Right, and they don't just look good, they taste amazing too.
Oh, for sure. And beyond that, a healthy diet comes with some pretty awesome perks.
This is where it gets really interesting, right?
Absolutely. Like United Healthcare highlights 8 benefits that go way beyond just fitting into your genes.
I think a lot of people might be surprised by just how powerful food can be.
I agree. It's not just about what you see on the scale.
Right, like, did you know a balanced diet can actually lower your risk of developing some serious conditions?
Like heart disease.
Yep, and type 2 diabetes, even some cancers.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Food is medicine.
It really is. And it all comes down to those antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds you find in fruits, veggies, olive oil.
Yeah. So it's not just about what we eat, but what we avoid too, right?
Exactly. Cutting back on processed foods, sugary drinks, all that bad stuff makes a huge difference in the long run.
And it's not just about preventing things down the road.
Yeah.
A healthy diet impacts your immune system right now, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Eating the rainbow isn't just a cute saying.
Yeah, I mean, those colorful fruits and veggies are packed with vitamins that help your immune system fight off all those nasty bugs.
Think of it like giving your body the tools it needs to stay healthy.
I like that. And of course, exercise, sleep, all those other healthy habits help too.
For sure, it's all connected.
So speaking of feeling good, let's talk energy levels. I'm always looking for ways to avoid that afternoon slump.
Oh, I feel that. Well, guess what? A healthy diet can totally help with that.
Really? So it's not all about coffee?
Well, coffee has its place, but the right foods can give you sustained energy throughout the day.
So what, like protein and healthy fats?
Yep. And unrefined carbs, like whole grains, they release energy slowly so you don't get that sugar crash.
That makes sense. It's all about those slow-burning fuels.
Exactly. And get this, food can even affect your sleep.
Wait, what? Seriously?
Yeah. Those processed foods, especially the ones low in fiber and high in saturated fat, can mess with your sleep cycles.
So you're saying those late-night snacks might be the reason I'm tossing and turning?
Could be. But on the flip side, certain foods can actually promote better sleep.
Okay, so what should I be eating before bed then?
Well, foods rich in B vitamins can help regulate melatonin, our sleep hormone. Things like fish, eggs, lean poultry.
Got it. So basically all the healthy stuff we've been talking about already.
Pretty much, it all ties together, A balanced diet is key.
Noticing a pattern here. So what about brain power? Can food really make you sharper?
It absolutely can, and this applies to everyone, from kids whose brains are still developing to adults who want to stay sharp as they age.
I've heard of the MIND diet. Is that something you recommend?
The Mind diet is fantastic. Lots of whole grains, leafy greens, berries, healthy fats.
I bet Detox Health has some recipes for that on their channel.
Oh, they definitely do. It's worth checking out. And studies show it can even help delay cognitive decline as we get older.
Wow, that's amazing. It really shows how powerful our food choices can be.
Right. And speaking of powerful, what about bone and teeth strength?
I know calcium's important, but what else should we be focusing on?
Well, calcium's the star, for sure, but it needs vitamin D to be absorbed properly.
Right. And a lot of people are deficient in vitamin D.
It's true. Magnesium and vitamins K, C, and A are also important for bone health.
So it's not just about drinking milk then.
Nope, you can get calcium from things like tofu, leafy greens, even avocados.
Avocado and everything, I love it.
Me too. And for those other bone-supporting vitamins, think citrus fruits, bell peppers, and lots of colorful fruits and veggies.
Man, it's incredible how interconnected all of this is.
It really is, and that variety extends to protecting our vision, too.
Wait, hold up. Our diet can impact our eye health.
You bet. We're talking vitamin C and E, zinc, lutein, zeaxanthin, and omega-3 fatty acids.
Okay, that's a lot of words, but basically we're talking about colorful fruits and veggies again, and those omega-3 rich fish.
Exactly. And even simple swaps, like choosing unsalted nuts and seeds or using olive oil for cooking, can make a difference.
So at this point, I gotta ask, is there anything a healthy diet can't do?
Well, it might not give you superpowers,
Darn, worth a shot.
but it can help ease joint pain.
No way, seriously.
Yeah, those same anti-inflammatory compounds that protect our hearts and brains can work wonders for our joints.
So we're back to those omega-3s, fruits and veggies, nuts and seeds.
You got it. And don't forget about spices like turmeric and ginger. They have anti-inflammatory properties too.
Okay, I'm officially convinced. I'm ditching the processed food and embracing all those colorful, nutrient-rich foods.
That's the spirit. Now, let's shift gears a bit and see what a healthy diet looks like from the British Nutrition Foundation's perspective.
Ooh, interesting. What's their take on things?
Well, they go beyond just what you eat and focus on the how. They have these key principles that really make a difference.
All right, I'm all ears.
So their first principle is balance.
Balance, like standing on one foot.
Not quite. It's about finding balance across different food groups and throughout the day.
So no crazy restrictions or anything.
Nope. It's a more holistic approach that's all about enjoying a variety of foods.
I love that. It's about making healthy choices without feeling like you're on a diet.
Exactly. And that leads perfectly into their second principle, variety.
Ooh, variety's the spice of life, right?
You got it. Different colors, different nutrients. Keeps things interesting for your taste buds and your body.
Detox Health definitely embraces that with all those amazing recipes they have.
They do. And speaking of enjoying your food, their next principle is moderation.
Moderation, so like not depriving yourself.
Exactly. It's about giving yourself permission to enjoy those occasional treats without the guilt trip.
Because, let's be real, deprivation just leads to overindulging later.
So true. Moderation helps you stay on track in the long run.
Okay, I'm on board with that one. What's next?
Next up is something that might seem obvious, but it's often overlooked: hydration.
Hydration, you mean like drinking water?
You got it. It's essential for everything our bodies do, but we often forget to prioritize it.
Guilty as charged. I definitely need to drink more water.
Me too. It's so easy to get caught up in everything else and forget to stay hydrated.
So what else does the British Nutrition Foundation emphasize?
Well, they also talk about regularity, sticking to consistent meal patterns.
That's interesting. So it's not just about what we eat, but when we eat it.
Exactly. It helps regulate your blood sugar and energy levels, preventing those crashes and cravings.
Makes sense. I'm definitely more likely to reach for junk food when I'm starving.
We've all been there. And their final principle is mindful eating.
Mindful eating, so like
Yeah.
being present with your food.
Exactly. Paying attention to your body's signals. Are you actually hungry or just bored or stressed?
Ooh, that's a good point. It's so easy to mindlessly snack throughout the day.
Right. Mindful eating is about slowing down, savoring each bite, and really appreciating your food.
I love that. Makes you more aware of what you're putting into your body.
Right, and it helps you make healthier choices overall.
This all makes me wonder, with all these different approaches to healthy eating, how do we figure out what works best for us as individuals?
That's the million-dollar question, and I think the answer lies in a combination of self-exploration, experimentation, and listening to our bodies.
So there's no one-size-fits-all approach.
Not really. It's about finding a dietary pattern that fits your lifestyle, your preferences, and your individual needs.
It's like personalized nutrition, tailored just for you.
Exactly. And that's something we'll be exploring further when we come back for part 2.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We're picking up right where we left off, talking all about healthy eating.
And before we dive back in, just want to remind everyone that Detox Health's YouTube channel is a fantastic resource.
Oh yeah, for sure. Tons of recipes, tips for making healthy choices. It's really great.
It can be overwhelming sometimes, trying to figure out where to start.
Definitely. But I think those principles from the British Nutrition Foundation are a good place to start.
Right. Balance, variety, moderation, all that good stuff.
It's like a roadmap for healthy eating, no matter what your needs are.
Exactly. And I think the most important thing is to make gradual changes. Don't try to overhaul your whole diet overnight.
Small steps, for sure, like swapping sugary drinks for water or adding more veggies to your plate.
Little things like that can make a huge difference over time.
Consistency is key, right?
Absolutely. And remember, it's okay to indulge sometimes. It's all about finding that balance.
Speaking of balance, we've talked about those popular diets like the Mediterranean diet or plant-forward eating.
Yeah, but are there any downsides to those approaches? Things people should be aware of?
That's a great point. It's not always sunshine and roses, right?
Right. Every diet has its pros and cons. Like the Mediterranean diet can be higher in fat than some other diets.
So gotta watch those portion sizes.
Exactly. And for vegetarians or vegans, it's super important to make sure you're getting enough of those nutrients that are usually found in animal products.
Like B12, iron, omega-3s, all that good stuff.
Exactly. A little planning goes a long way.
Speaking of all those benefits, we talked about disease prevention, better immunity, more energy.
Better sleep, sharper mind.
But there's more, right?
Oh, yeah. Strong bones and teeth, healthy eyes, even joint pain relief.
It's easy to forget about those until something goes wrong, right?
It's true, but taking care of them now can prevent problems down the road.
So to build strong bones, we need calcium. That's dairy products, leafy greens, things like that.
Exactly. And remember vitamin D. It helps your body absorb calcium.
Soaking up some sun is always good.
For sure. But sometimes a supplement might be necessary, especially if you live somewhere with less sunlight.
Makes sense. And for eye health, what were those key nutrients again?
Vitamin C and E, zinc, lutein, zeaxanthin, omega-3s, all the good stuff.
So colorful fruits and veggies, nuts, seeds, fatty fish. We're seeing a pattern here.
Right, eat the rainbow.
And for joint pain, we're back to those anti-inflammatory superstars.
Omega-3s, colorful produce, nuts, seeds.
So a healthy diet really can impact the whole body.
Head to toe.
Amazing. So we've talked about all the benefits, but how do we actually make healthy eating a part of our daily lives?
Ah, the practical stuff.
Right. Because it shouldn't feel like a chore, you know? It should be enjoyable.
Absolutely. One of the best things you can do is involve the whole family.
Oh yeah, I bet Detox Health has some tips for getting kids excited about healthy food.
They definitely do. Fun recipes, getting kids involved in the cooking process.
That's a great idea. Makes it more fun for everyone.
And another tip is to focus on adding in healthy foods you love, rather than restricting the ones you don't.
It's a more positive approach, right?
Exactly. And don't be afraid to try new things. There are so many delicious and healthy foods out there.
Exploration is key. And what about meal planning? Detox Health is big on that.
Meal planning is a lifesaver. It takes the guesswork out of what you're going to eat each day.
Saves you from making those unhealthy impulse decisions when you're hungry.
Exactly. Being prepared is so important.
So, are there any common challenges people face when trying to eat healthier? And how can we overcome them?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is time, right?
Yeah, it's hard to find the time to cook healthy meals when you're busy.
That's where meal prepping comes in. Even just a little bit of prep each week can save you so much time.
Those little time-saving hacks are so valuable.
They really are. Another challenge is cravings.
Cravings are the worst.
But there are ways to manage them. Make sure you're eating enough protein and fiber to stay full.
And don't be too restrictive, right? Allow yourself a little treat now and then.
Exactly. Deprivation just leads to overindulging later on.
Moderation, moderation, moderation.
That's the key. And remember, it's okay to slip up sometimes. Nobody's perfect.
It's about progress, not perfection.
Exactly.
So how do you like to track your progress and stay motivated on your healthy eating journey?
For me, it's about paying attention to how I feel.
Yeah, those non-scale victories are so important. More energy, better sleep, all those good things.
Exactly. It's about noticing those positive changes in your body and mind.
And there's so many ways to track your progress, food journals, apps, whatever works for you.
And don't forget about the power of community.
Oh, right. Detox Health has an amazing community online.
It's so helpful to connect with other people who are on the same journey.
Support and encouragement can make a big difference.
And if you need more personalized guidance, don't hesitate to reach out to a registered dietitian.
They can help you create a plan that's tailored to your specific needs.
Exactly. So we've talked about a lot today, the science, the practical tips, the challenges.
It's been a deep dive for sure.
Any final thoughts before we wrap up this part of our conversation?
Well, just to reiterate, healthy eating is a journey, not a destination.
It's about making those gradual, sustainable changes that make you feel your best.
Nourishing your body, mind, and soul.
Beautifully said. Now, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back in part 3 to wrap up our exploration of healthy eating and leave you with some actionable takeaways to fuel your journey toward a healthier and happier you.
All right, we're back for the final part of our deep dive.
Time to wrap things up.
You've covered a lot of ground, but
It's been fun. I always learn something new when we talk about this stuff.
yeah, same here. So we've talked about the what and the how of healthy eating.
All those amazing benefits, the different approaches.
But now we're going to shift gears and focus on the why.
The why. You mean like, why should we even bother?
Exactly. Why is it so important to prioritize those healthy choices?
It's about feeling your best, right?
For sure. But before we get into that, just one more shout out to Detox Health.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Their YouTube channel is a must-see for anyone who's serious about healthy eating.
Seriously, so many delicious and healthy recipes. You'll find the link in the show notes, of course.
All right, so as we wrap up our deep dive, I want to leave you with some food for thought.
Ooh, I like.
We've talked about so many benefits, from preventing disease to boosting your mood.
Which one resonated with you the most?
I think for me, it's the energy boost.
Oh, yeah. Same here. I'm all about those sustained energy levels.
It's amazing how much of a difference the right foods can make.
So, listener, what's your biggest takeaway from our conversation today?
And more importantly, what's one small change you can make today to start eating healthier?
Maybe swap that sugary soda for a glass of water? Or add an extra serving of veggies to your dinner.
Try out one of those detox health recipes.
The possibilities are endless.
Just remember, it's not about being perfect.
It's progress, not perfection.
Exactly. Celebrate those small wins.
And enjoy the journey. Healthy eating should be fun.
It's about finding those foods that make you feel your best.
Absolutely. We've only scratched the surface today, but hopefully this has sparked your curiosity.
There's so much more to explore when it comes to healthy eating.
Keep learning. Keep nourishing your body.
And don't forget to check out Detox Health's YouTube channel for more tips and inspiration.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.
Happy eating!